A blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone family. And we are back at it again. Have a couple of cricket stories that I would like for us to take a look at. Now, I am assuming that most West Indies supporters would have already seen the letter that was sent out by Sunil Narine addressing whether or not he will be representing us in the upcoming T20 World Cup. I am going to be reading it and I'm going to be giving my commentary or my take on it. Also, yesterday I gave you the squad that will be going to Nepal, but we didn't spend a lot of time on it. So I'm gonna go through the squad once again and talk a little bit on it. So give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. So yesterday, Sunil Narine sent out a letter letting the people know that he will not be representing the West Indies at the upcoming World Cup. I am not too sure how many people would be surprised, but how many people were surprised by that. Not sure how many of you guys were caught off guard. But if we are following West Indies cricket closely, and for the last few years, we would have seen the trend when it comes on to the mystery spinner. So this is something that I have addressed before. Let me just go through the letter first. So this is Sunil Narine here. I hope this message finds you all well and in good health. I am truly flattered and humbled that my performances recently have moved many people to publicly express their wish for me to come out of retirement and play in the upcoming T20 World Cup. I have made my peace with that decision, and whilst I never wish to disappoint, that door is now closed and I will be supporting the guys who take the field in June for West Indies. That door is now closed and I will be supporting the guys who take the field to represent the West Indies in June. Right? He went on to say, guys who have worked hard for the past few months and deserve to show our wonderful fans that they are capable of winning another title. I wish you all the best. End quote. So that is one of the things. Sunil Narine is staying back and supporting the guys that worked hard for the spot, and he will be supporting from home. So that is Sunil Narine. Now my take on it. Those who have been, sometimes I have to repeat these things because we get new viewers, in every video. My take on it, not a surprise. I have said it before. Sunil Narine is closer to the end of his career than anything else. Right? So with all these T20 leagues going on around the world, and Sunil Narine being a big part of the KKR team, right? He's not going to risk playing international cricket. I have said it before. People will pretty it up. People will say this, people will say that. But if you're watching the cricket and you're understanding the cricket, you know why he hasn't played. And I have said it, when his friends, guys like Pollard and Rampal and Bravo and all of those guys came back for their last round. If they weren't able to coax Narine or to get Narine to play in that T20 World Cup, I don't know how that would have happened. I don't know how this one would happen. You understand? And with so many T20 leagues playing around the world, I can understand. I definitely understand from Narine's perspective. I understand people saying that, if he's playing and he's fit, he should be representing his country. But at the same time, if you're watching the cricket and you're not just watching it as a fan and saying, listen, they need to represent West Indies no matter what, then you would be able to understand why Narine is, decide that he's not coming out of retirement. Not saying there aren't other factors behind it, because a couple of years ago, I think it was in 2022, Narine came out and said, listen, he will never ever say no to West Indies. Doesn't matter what, it will never be a no to West Indies. but there are factors behind the scene that you wouldn't speak about that needs to be addressed. So as a cricket watcher, I know that the action is something that he's thinking about. I don't know what else is behind the scene with if there is anything where CWI is concerned. So that is the whole Sunil Narine. So the fairy tale is done. Those who were jumping up and down and saying yes, he's going to play, the fairy tale is done. Right? Sometimes we say certain things on the platform and you hear that we're fighting people, but Narayan come out and put an end to our speculation. The fairy tale is done. We will continue to support him in the IPL and the franchise leagues that he will play in. Moving on. So yesterday we got that West Indies A squad that will be representing us in Nepal, and quite a few players we see in there that we expect them to probably be in and around that T20 squad, or even if they are not there, they are expected to be players that after the T20 World Cup will be some that will go on to start carrying that weight for us. We see a couple of youngsters in there, people like Kadeem Alain, Joshua Bishop, Casey Carty, right? We see guys like Alec Arthanez. You understand? I'm not too sure what's going on with Kurt McKenzie. Not saying that he has dominated anything or CPL or anything. We see he played a couple of games for the Jamaica Talawas. We saw some intent when he was batting. So that is one player that you would probably look and say, yeah, you would hope that you would have gotten a look in. But quite a few of these names, a couple of them, they are the ones that you expect to be in the reserves for West Indies at the T20 World Cup, or in the squad. Obed Mackay, I know that Sammy is probably still thinking whether or not he will be able to get in. We see people like Matthew Ford. Matthew Ford recently played T20 internationals, and he was good. You understand? So he's somebody that they are probably looking at and wondering if he can fill that role that they are searching for. I said it in a video previously that Sammy is probably looking for a pacer and a spinner to really finalize it. So, we see people like Kemo Paul, who is a tested and proven customer. We want to see him bowling to see how he's looking. You understand? O'Shane Thomas, we see O'Shane Thomas the other day, and still bowling with a lot of pace. Well, not a whole lot of pace, still striving for pace, but the ball control is not where you would want it to be right now. Markdale, Johnson Charles, guys like Ruston Chase. Obviously Ruston Chase, the captain, will be expecting to lead from the front. Will be expected to bat most of the innings. I see people saying that this squad that they name, it's batting weak. If you have this squad, you expect Arthanes, Ruston Chase, that is 2, Casey Carty 3, Andre Fletcher 4. You understand? You have Kemo Paul 5, and then a couple of all-rounders. These guys, you expect them to be the ones that are going to go and really stamp their authority on the bowling. So once again, that 15-man squad: Ruston Chase, Arthanes, Fabian Allen, Kadeem Alain, Joshua Bishop, Casey Carty, Johnson Charles, Mark Dale, Andre Fletcher, Matthew Ford, Obed Mackay, Goody Kishmoti, Kemo Paul, O'Shane Thomas, Hayden Walsh Jr. Right? As I said, only 1 or 2 people I can think of that I would have liked to see. Kurt McKenzie. There was somebody else that I was thinking of yesterday, but the name slipping me right now. I think Brandon King is injured. Not sure how serious, but yeah. I see people commenting and saying that because a man is from a particular country, that what Chase, because he's from Barbados, that's why he's captaining. And I don't really see how that would make sense looking at this squad. And I asked the question: a squad like this that has been that was named, who would you put to captain it? Obviously, Ali Carthan has experience as captain, right? But you have someone like a Raston Chase that has been playing for years. He's a competent person in terms of tactical and side of things and all. Johnson Charles has been playing for a while also, but I personally don't have a problem with him captaining this squad that is going. So let me know what you all think on this one. Big up.